DJ Do-Wrong from Hot 702.5 in Las Vegas, it's time to come together. Rainbow Dreams Educational Foundation presents the 24th Annual Las Vegas Juneteenth Festival going down Saturday, June 21st from 4 to 9 p.m. at the Expo at World Market Center, and it's free to the public. Catch R&B icon Tweed live on stage, plus performances by Kiss Kiss and the Squad, Darnell Alexander, Unk and the Nephews, and Las Vegas's pop princess Ray Millie. Hosted by DJ Ambeezy with Not a Boy DJ and DJ Kelly J on the ones and twos. Stop by and visit the Hot 702.5 FM live remote tent and check in with our on-air personalities. Shop the vendor marketplace, hit up the food trucks, and enjoy surprise guests throughout the night. Presented in partnership with Google, MGM Resorts International, Live You Equals You in the city of Las Vegas. Come together this Juneteenth weekend to celebrate freedom with Tweet and Rainbow Dreams. Get your e-ticket now and be entered to win one of our fabulous prizes. Visit June19LV.com. That's June19LV.com.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Hi. Hey.
What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled. This is Mila J. Bruno Mars.
On Hot 7025fm.com.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com. Hey, it's Carrice, and I'm here to tell you about Hotcast for Podcasting. We are a podcasting studio located in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Hot 702.5 FM studios. You can book online at hot7025fm.com. Just click on Hotcast. You can book and find your times right there. Thank you for booking with Hotcast for Podcasting. right, you are tuned in to the Shady Ass Tea right here on hot7025fm.com. I am fine as Carrice, and I am here with my cousin host. Sir, how are you?
I am fantastic.
Are you?
How are you? I am.
You know what? It's giving glow.
Is it?
It's giving glow. Like you got out, you know, it could be a tan. I don't know, but it's giving glow.
Yeah, I'm feeling amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I had to inform somebody what today was. Happy Juneteenth, by the way.
Happy Juneteenth to all of you out there who are semi-free.
Come on, because barely free. Okay.
Barely, child.
Kind of.
Okay.
Something like free.
Oh my gosh, it is wild times out here. Yeah.
Because I worked today, right? Which it was ridiculous because I was like out in the field in the heat. And one of the guys I was working with was like, I don't know why everybody not at work today. It's not like it's July. It's not like it's the 4th of July. And I was like, well, now that you mention it, it actually is Independence Day. So
absolutely,
it's for those who don't know, it's the day that the enslaved people in Galveston found out that slavery was over. Now it has different dates all over the country. But this is the one that we generally celebrate, and this is the one that's been made a federal holiday. But when slavery ended, so the Emancipation Proclamation happened in 1862. The Emancipation actually happened in 1865. And June 19th is when the black people found out.
Right. And that's diabolical.
100%.
Because long story short, they was just slaving, and they didn't even have to. And no one told them, and they just continued to slave. And
I was outside slaving away today in the field.
Did you get paid though?
Of course I got paid.
Okay, so it's not technically.
Yeah. You know, so I was having this conversation in my head, this exact conversation we're having right now. I was having it in my head earlier.
Okay.
And the part switched. So you were supposed to be like, oh, you were outside slaving. When I was like, well, not technically because I was getting paid, but the part switched. So I don't know what just happened there.
What do you mean?
So you don't ever have conversations in your head before you have them?
Okay. So
what is it called? The Matrix. You did my line. Right.
It was my line,
and I did your line.
We definitely didn't talk about this.
No, okay. I said I was having the conversation in my head earlier.
I know. I'm saying. So yeah, it could have been. You know how they say like certain things actually happen. Like I was reading something the other day on the good old TikTok and watching something, and it said like, you ever been in a situation where you're near death? You're in a near death situation, and then you're still alive. But they're saying that you could definitely have
been dead,
unalived, or been unalived.
Oh yes, can't say that.
And it just rewound and gave you another start. Like you got 9 lives. It's kind of like
restarted.
You playing a video game and your man drops down.
There was a Tom Cruise movie like that, where he was trying to like beat these aliens, and he was just like every time he would end, he would like rewind. But yeah, I mean, I used to think, I was talking to my therapist one time. I'm like, you know, what if we're all actually non-existent and we're actually in the afterlife now? What if this is the afterlife now? And she's
Very
like, no,
much so.
And she was like, I'm like, how do you know?
Right. How do you know? Right. How do you know?
You know it's not the afterlife?
And the thing is like you have situations where you like remember, like I remember that happened already, or people, or they're saying even about what is it, like the cereal boxes that had a certain logo, but it wasn't
the Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect. So like they're saying like the Mandela effect could be because like you went away, okay, your time was over, and you came back, but when you the matrix you came back in, the logo was different, so you don't remember it anymore, but your past life remembers it.
I don't know.
That's crazy, right?
Because I know with the Mandela effect, they was always talking about that Sinbad movie where he was a genie, and I'm like, I know that was a real movie. I remember seeing commercials.
That's not a real movie?
They're saying that movie never existed.
He definitely was a genie.
Yes, no. So they said Shaq was Kazam,
And I was like, yeah, Shaq was Kazam.
Right.
And Sinbad was Shazam. Right. And they were like, nope, it was just Shaq as a genie. I'm like, no. Shaq was a genie in a boombox. And then Sinbad was a genie.
And Sinbad was a
too.
genie in a bottle.
Right. And they were like, no, that's not what happened. I'm like, yes, it is.
Yeah, so I think that theory could be. See,
But-
Wes said he synced it.
And so here's the thing. The
See what I'm
CIA
saying?
does this like test on people, right? I was reading about it, and I know we're supposed to be talking about tea, but just here we go. But they did it. They do this test where they'll have you in a room with certain people, and there'll be like 100 people in a room with you, right? And they'll put a square or a triangle on up. They'll put a triangle on the wall, and it'll be like 4 or 5 people who are not CIA agents, and then everybody else is a CIA agent. And so they'll ask you what you see on the wall. So I see a triangle, and the next person's like, oh, it's a square. It's square, 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 square. And then the next person who's not a CIA agent goes square, right? And they're like square. I'm like, nah, it's a triangle, right? I see a triangle, and they're trying to see how they can influence like
Your
groups
thoughts
of people.
to
Yeah, like
change.
if everyone's saying, oh no, it never happened. Oh, so I'm like, nah, but I know it happened. Y'all can say square all you want to. I see a triangle, right? And so I think sometimes it's that. I think sometimes it's that.
Like influence, and
Yeah.
I think that influence can be done by media. I think that over the past few weeks we've been talking about this Diddy trial, and I
Right.
do believe that there is a court of public opinion, obviously formed by the
course.
things people see on the internet. So I think that can happen in multiple cases. You know, I mean, we've had a recent case come up in the last few days with Tyler Perry.
Oh,
Okay. Tyler Perry
What's she
out
doing?
here with the girls. The
come
girls.
with the
How y'all
girls.
say it?
Yeah, with the girls.
The girls. I mean, out here with the girls, and you
Yes.
know,
Young Tyler.
and he was just, you know what though? Okay. So those of you who are been out there on the internet, trying to see what's going on with this situation with Tyler Perry, I'm gonna give you a brief synopsis of what's going on. Dude named Derek. He says, let me back up, because Derek says that he ended up meeting Tyler Perry at a party. Tyler Perry saw him, walked up to him, and exchanged numbers, said he may have a role for him, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Fast forward, Derek gets a role in one of his shows, and then he gets a longer role in
The Oval, right?
The Oval, right?
Right.
So, which was probably pretty fantastic for his career. 'Cause
Yeah, for sure.
he looks like a regular old cute white boy that could be gay. Like he gives me that look. Like all of the people who play in Tyler Perry's shows.
So
Right.
yeah, they do give, you know, I want to say gay because it's not that. They just give.
But he's giving
flexible.
me that. I'm saying, okay, we'll be inclusive and say
fluid.
bi.
What's that? They give fluid. They give, you know,
We
what
got to give them a
they
letter.
give advantageous.
Because they want us to use all these damn letters. We giving out letters.
Who is they?
Exactly.
Who
Exactly.
is they that
Who
wants to-
is they? Who is they, sir? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Them, thus,
With the
we are
hus.
they.
Mhm.
So, long story short, okay, let's get back to this situation. So Derek proceeds to establish his friendship with Tyler with Derek, whatever. They're going out, they're texting each other back and forth. Okay, they're having consensual conversations,
Right.
in my opinion, based off of the things that I have seen.
And from
They're-
what I was saying, they looked like they was flirting with each other.
It looked like Tyler was doing most of the flirting, but that's
didn't stop
okay. Right, that's okay, because Derek's responses were similar to, like, I'm not comfortable with coming out. Like he was trying to figure out himself. And
He kept
Tyler's
saying
like,
that, too.
you know, yeah, he kept saying that. And Tyler kept on coaching him through, just be free. Like, you know, live your truth, whatever. Be open. We all know Tyler Perry, you know, dibble and dabble in whatever he want to dibble and dabble in. That's his business. Okay.
It is.
But nothing in the conversation seemed to me where Derek seemed to be inappropriate based off of the things that I saw. Okay. So in January 2020, Derek says Tyler invited him to his Atlanta house and he accepted, hoping to, build a friendship that would lead to more acting gigs, so on and so forth. So according to the lawsuit, Derek drank too much and ended up sleeping in the guest room. If you don't like somebody, you ain't trying to get with it. You ain't trying to do nothing. You're not getting drunk at their house.
Why not?
'Cause especially if you know what time they own, you're not doing that. If you don't like this person in any way, shape, or form.
Is the liquor free?
Did you just look at your arm like you was looking at your watch?
I was just trying to figure out is the liquor free. So
but he knows this dude trying to get the booty.
Right, but like if I'm going to so say I got invited.
What Tyler jumped on him? No, that's not.
No.
Let me finish.
So
go ahead, sir.
I'm just saying if the liquor's free, I might show up.
Okay.
Tyler Perry's house. He got a guest room.
Are you scheduling an Uber to leave because you don't even like this man?
No, I'm not scheduling an Uber to leave. He gonna cook breakfast in the morning.
No, but you letting them smash?
Maybe not.
Yes, he got $1 billion. Okay. Yes, but I'm saying is that yes.
I can say maybe not.
What's the answer, sir? You got two options. Yes or no. Okay, so Derek over here.
Am I smashing a billionaire? Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so you go to the billionaire's house, you toss back all of the drinks, okay?
Yeah, all the free
and
drinks.
you end up sleeping in the guest room. Mind you, who knows if they were flirting with each other? They both drunk, right?
Yeah.
Who knows what's up? You at the house, you want to spend a night at the crib. You trying to be, I don't even know, like hard to get. You're playing hard to get because you're like, I'm gonna sleep in the guest room, coy. Sir. You could have just slept in the bed, but anyway.
But what if he wants to like the fantasy of like him creeping into the room?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly my point. I'm saying that's what he was trying to give. So anyway, allegedly. Okay. Allegedly. So Tyler got into the bed with him and started touching his thighs, and he rejected his advances that night. Tyler got up, went about his business. Right.
Right.
He still was interested in old boy. And they continue to have consensual conversations via text, calls, whatever, back and forth. He trying to get with him. He like,
wait,
look.
And I don't want to victim shame. I'm not victim shaming. What I'm saying is, if you ever made a move on somebody and they was like, "No, I'm not interested," right, and you still were interested in that person, them saying no, I'm not interested doesn't stop you from like, "Hey, how are you? So sorry about the other night." Like you still want to try to,
I want to put this.
Put it behind us
in your G spot, whatever it is that you want to say, because that's what Tyler told him. He texted him allegedly and said that he want to put this big.
Wow! Did he say that
to touch his G spot? Yes, because he had top.
I missed that one.
Okay, so let me see if I can have the exact verbiage.
Because put it in your G spot is crazy.
Okay.
But accurate, right?
I don't know. That would be a question for you, sir, not me. Okay. All right. All righty then. Carrying on. So according to this lawsuit that Derek filed, he filed it a couple of days ago. He's seeking $260 million for Tyler Perry rubbing on his leg and texting him consensually.
Tyler Perry would have been $260. Let me look. Is this my camera? Tyler Perry could put my legs behind my back, okay, for $260 million.
Behind your back, all the way.
They could be bent, broke, break them off. I get new legs. Yeah, I don't even need them. I wasn't even using them legs.
You don't even need them no more.
Yeah, I wasn't even using them legs.
Right?
I wasn't using those thighs. You know what I'm saying? All I'm doing is cutting grass with those thighs.
Daryl says $1 billion. I'm showing up covered in baby oil and glitter.
Period. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? $260 million? Please. That's a lot for a thigh rub.
For a thigh rub that you...
What did Cassie get?
He didn't even... $20 million.
And she got beat up at the hotel.
Beat up, child.
She got drugged down the road. Okay. So you want $260 million and all he did was rub on you?
Rub on the leg, and then he rejected the advance, and he just did. Like, he
you better
left you alone.
You better put something in your mouth, son, and earn this money. You think you just get
you're not
sexual
even that
harassment
cute,
money?
First of all, sir,
hey, you don't just get sexual harassment money.
Are we being biased? Are
Yes,
we being biased based off of the experience that the information that we have? The information that we have based off of the information that this dude has provided to the court that we have now we received from TMZ. Thank you.
Thanks, TMZ.
It's not giving $260 million.
$260 million?
It's not giving that.
Tyler Perry would have to run a train on me. Him and all his superheroes in his movies, all the light skin that saved the women. It would have to be that. It would have to be traumatic. I couldn't walk for, $260 million. Cassie only got $30 million. And she had to set up some of those dates. She had to be her own secretary. And she only got $30 million.
She had to. First of all, she had to go seek the dates on Craigslist and Backpage.
Have you ever been on Craigslist?
I've been on Craigslist to try to find some items to purchase.
Have you ever been before? So Trump took down the Backpage and Personals because that's where he found his woman.
I heard about Backpage. I don't know I never knew what Backpage was. So until after
you're classier than that.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
You don't say, but
do you hear what I'm saying? I don't. Well, the thing is that usually by the time that it gets to a court, and I'm sorry, Mr. Banks says, will he get something, a settlement or some sort? Okay, so what typically happens is that a settlement offer has probably already been submitted to Tyler Perry, and it was like, you got me messed up. No, thank you.
Indeed.
And then he go ahead and proceed with your little lawsuit.
Uh-huh.
The little lawsuit now is what we hear today that was filed with the courts publicly for $260 million.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'll go to Tyler Perry's house. Okay. I already know why I'm there. Even if I'm there to get a lawsuit, why do we have to learn this type of information? Okay. Wait! I'm skipping ahead. So if you've never been on
the comment,
but Backpage was the business, I heard. Listen,
let me
that's where.
Drink. Go ahead.
That's
sir.
That's where Melania was working allegedly. Allegedly, that's why Backpage had to go. And so when Trump got in office the first time, he got rid of the Personals on Craigslist, and because some of the girls, the dolls, the ladies, the boys, they was working on Craigslist and Backpage because that's what before OF was a big thing. Backpage and Craigslist is where you got your money, right? If you didn't want to be walking around, and you want to be more selective about your clientele. Right. But he took it away. And so this is giving very much I picked you up on Backpage, but it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. But also, if I wanted a settlement from Tyler Perry, I'd have put it on Tyler Perry. Okay.
You would have at least got some.
I'd have been like
some of that big black
Tyler
thing.
Perry would have thought that he split me in half, and I'd be like, like that sweat. What? Me?
Oh,
what are you talking about? And I would have got that $260 million because I'd have earned it like a lady, not like some lion trollop.
Chrissy J said Melania's name was Sasha the Russian doll. $200 on Backpage. Is this
100%.
real life? Why did I not know this?
What? Okay, so we got to say allegedly because they took Backpage down.
Right.
We can't prove it, but that's what the girls are saying.
So they're saying that Melania had a Backpage. She was over here doing work.
You can't find any of her nudes anymore. You got to have the internet scrubbed.
You can have stuff scrubbed from the internet if you're the president's wife.
Right.
You can even have stuff that's true scrubbed from the internet about yourself.
Boom.
Okay.
That's crazy.
That's diabolical. I'm trying to tell you. That's crazy.
I want true stuff scrubbed about myself away from my credit report.
Oh man. Long story short, with this situation with Tyler Perry, okay. But we were talking about the court of public opinion.
Yes.
In the court of public opinion, Tyler Perry is not guilty. And I don't see based off of the information that we have received.
Now, if Christian Keys,
he came out and said it was not Tyler Perry. I'm thinking that it was. Oh, I'm sorry.
If Christian Keys said, now Tyler Perry, or like what's the Amari Hardwick, or one of them. Have you seen this video? The picture of the lineup of the boys. If one of them said, but they renounce Ice Cube, all that.
They renounce Ice Cube.
It's from the Boondocks. It's a Boondocks reference. But if it was one of them that said it, I would believe it. But just some random white boy. I don't even think Tyler Perry like white boys. He like light-skinned black boys.
No, I think he does. I think he does.
To his, where's baby mama at?
She gone, child. They broke up.
She's somewhere living rich.
I mean,
man,
I think Tyler Perry likes them all, and I think that he should do whatever he want to do in his life. It's whatever. But rubbing on the leg, sir, for $260 million that's too much.
Maybe when he's rubbing his third leg.
He said leg. He should have probably specified that to the courts if that was the case.
Because maybe he got a big old thing too, and so they was gonna be sword fighting.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so back to the.
Just saying.
Oh, okay. So Dixon claims that Perry sexually assaulted him in his home in 2020, and the next month he offered Dixon a series role in The Oval,
and he took it. So quid pro quo.
The actor then allegedly, upon reading the script of his first season, he discovered that his character's fate was left up in the air.
Oh, nice. Yeah. He was like,
yes,
you want to have another season, you better get down on this meeting, okay? Get some of this meat in you.
Oh my God. He didn't even have a prominent character. What is this man talking about? Everybody's character is up in the air on every Tyler Perry show. Okay. Somebody gonna die today on somebody's.
Gonna get hit by something.
So in quote, Mr. Perry made it clear to Dixon that if Dixon ignored Perry or failed to engage with the sexual innuendos, Dixon's character would die in the next season. The complaint alleges that indeed Dixon's character Dale was shot 4 times in the chest at the end of his first season of The Oval, and Perry always held this over Mr. Dixon's head, implying that Dale would survive if Dixon kept Perry happy. Let's just say that was the case.
Okay.
Now, wouldn't you provide documentation to prove that was the case?
Maybe he just said it on the set. Maybe he didn't text it to him.
If he's saying this to me multiple times, guess what I'm wearing?
A wire. On Tyler Perry's set? You think you're gonna get a wire on Tyler Perry's set? You at his house. Take that shirt off and grease up so we can have this conversation. You know how Tyler Perry having conversations with the boys? Take that shirt off, get in the drawers,
grease on,
grease up, and like Daryl say, grease and glitter. Let's have this conversation. Chrissy says, I'll settle out of court for $10K in 2 roles in the next 2 movies. Boom.
That cleared it up just like that.
All you gotta do is twerk on him a little bit. Good grief.
So also, Derek also claims that he had similar groping during the cast trip they had to the Bahamas in 2020. He alleged that in December 2020, he visited a physician who indicated that Dixon's exhibited severe symptoms of stress, insomnia, stomach issues, and dangerously low cortisol levels due to sexual harassment and assault. He prescribed him Zoloft, an antidepressant.
How come my doctors don't ever prescribe me good dope like that? Like, they're always like, you want some ibuprofen? I'm like, I have insurance. Like, why don't I ever go to the doctor that's like, oh, you can't get on a plane? Here's some what is it?
Xanax.
Here's some Xanax. Yeah.
Okay, so Derek Dixon then claims that Perry invited him to his house again in June 2021 to discuss Dixon's pilot for his show Losing It, which Perry had expressed interest in producing. He alleged he was again sexually assaulted by Perry at the meeting. What do you do? What do you do?
Put his hands in his pants.
Over the next 5 months, Dixon's okay. Now he went. And you know what? Maybe we're looking at this differently because it's men, and I want to make sure that I am not.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I just want to make sure I'm thinking to myself, if this was a lady, and I'm saying she went back to that, why would she go back to the house? And I'm like, well, Stockholm syndrome. Listen, am I not giving him the same energy?
I think what's kind of jacking his story up is a $260 million. Right, like the leg rub for 200. Like not once have you said that he was, and I can't tell you how trauma affects. I can't be like, oh, it's not trauma to you, but someone's hand on your leg, someone put their hands in your pants, someone sending you flirty text messages. Is not the same as say,
and you never telling him don't, and you never saying in the message, please don't.
Yeah, don't stop.
Please,
right.
I don't want to engage in this conversation with you any longer. I want to keep it professional.
Right.
Okay. So after he visited his house again in 2021, and it claims that he was sexually assaulted, over the next 5 months, he claims that he suffers even more severe depression, anxiety, stomach pains, and nausea. And then he was diagnosed with PTSD. He was diagnosed with PTSD following that incident. He also claims that Perry's fixers offered him a raise to return to the Oval, and that Perry would buy the rights to produce his show Losing It. Dixon then informed Perry in January 2023 that he was moving to California to put some distance between them. That is not what he said in the text messages. He said, "Oh, that's going to be great for you." That's what Tyler Perry said in the text messages.
So
keep me in line because I want to make sure I'm not being biased.
Okay, so I'm trying to get on his side, right? I'm trying to get on the victim's side.
Right. Javon Begg said he could have went for 10 or 20 million.
Right. It's a 260. 260
just
blowing me.
Yeah.
Yes. And so it's just us. Because he should have blowed him, right? And that would have hit.
My gosh.
It's always gonna come back. But you said the text messages never got aggressive, or he never said no, he never said stop. In none of the stories he's telling, he never said, "Hey, don't put your hands on me," except for the drunk night. Right. And and Tyler stopped. So in the court of public opinion, if this man that you told stop when you said stop, why didn't you just say stop?
Right. Long story short, he ain't even that cute.
I mean, all right. He look white.
He you know how he doesn't even have that exotic look like the other white guys that Tyler Perry typically casts on his shows.
He got that 90s dad hair for sure. That flecky brush over. I don't know. Well, I don't say this a lot, and not because I'm a hater, just because I like saying I think it's fun. I don't normally stand with Tyler Perry. Right. Not that I think he's talented. He's done a lot for in his career. He's really his success and blah 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 blah. But here I'm on Tyler Perry's side. This is whack. This is a money grab for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely giving money grab for me. And
he's gonna get something, but he ain't gonna get $260 million. He might get $2 million.
I don't even think he's gonna get anything because I think that's the reason why they let him go ahead and file this full lawsuit. Yeah, it sounds ridiculous and ask for $260 million. Like, let this
maybe
man sound ridiculous.
Maybe he put the decimal point. He maybe wanted 2.6 million.
Right.
And he forgot to or 26
he forgot
million.
to carry the dot over.
Yeah. He got that. I'll give it up for some money. Look, for real. I don't know why anybody acting like $260 million. Which Tyler Perry can have it for $260 million.
So that's that. We're going to close the case on Tyler Perry. You guys do whatever you need to do with all of that information, and then you share it however you choose to. There's a lot of alleged, content and conversations.
Lots of alleged.
All we can go is based off of the information we have been provided, and Derek Dixon is the one who provided it, so we'll go from there. Sir, what else is going on in these streets?
So the NAACP, and for those who don't know what the NAACP is, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People.
Okay.
They have a national convention every year, and for the last 116 years, they've invited the sitting president to this convention. They did not extend that invitation to Donald Trump this year, which breaks 116 years of tradition, which is it's a shout out. So he's been having a pretty bad go at it, right? Because he had his birthday party. Did you see the birthday party?
Child, the crickets that aligned with that Trump's birthday parade and the empty stands. He
was like his birthday party.
He had to be. He had to be. It's my birthday. I could cry if I want to.
What?
He had to.
So they had the military walking down the street, right? And they were not they were not marching in step, right? Which
they were just walking along.
They was just walking, which to me felt like a protest. Because they can walk in step. I was in ROTC. I led the drill team in ROTC.
Oh my gosh, sir! Why did I forget that?
So you know what I'm saying? There's lots of interesting things about me.
Why did I forget that part?
Yeah, I was in NJROTC. And they were not. It was just lollygagging down the street. He paid $45 million.
Billion, child.
45 billion.
I think it was billion
for this
Christy,
party.
How much was it
for this party? And did nobody even come?
Y'all didn't even show up for that man's 79th birthday party.
79th birthday.
That's
he
so
all
rude
this money.
of y'all. But on the same day, it was Barack Obama Day. So thank you guys out there for celebrating Barack Obama Day. They do that every year on Donald Trump's birthday, and it was not started by President Barack Obama. And then too, they also had the King rallies that same day.
Right. The No King protest.
Yeah. So the No King protest came out. They had more. They said that there were more people at the No King protest than there were that voted.
And that,
in the last election.
Okay. So that's good that people are out protesting. Can I ask a real question and not sound?
Go ahead. We just listen. We're transparent and open here.
What do people be thinking standing in the street finna do for real? If they haven't hurt somebody, peaceful protesting is dope. I love it. It's beautiful. It makes really good pictures. It's fun. You get to meet people. Oh, we all believe the same thing. It's nice. But reality, right? Things change and people die. Or unalived, excuse me, or on.
Okay, I think that what peaceful protests did at one time with our ancestors, those who are two generations before us, one or two generations before us.
Right.
I think what it did was it obstructed the processes. So people not riding the buses, didn't fund the buses because they were privately owned at that point.
Right.
People, they couldn't keep the buses going because people they're not paying to use the bus,
right? So
on and so forth, right?
But that's a boycott.
Okay, but they were protesting as well, so they were marching along the streets, which obstructed the traffic. So I think that when people protest, they're going out and saying rah rah.
Sis boom bye.
We're not for that, okay? And I think you're saying the rah-rah don't really work.
Right.
So I think that we are in a generation, right? Our generation right now, we're in a generation where it says we have to shake the table. I had to tell a older person this the other day. They were talking about how they're out there looting in California, and they're really doing too much, and that's why they sent the police. No, sir.
You were talking to an old hobbit. I'm trying to figure out the voice. I'm sorry.
I was giving a little extra accent onto it. Okay. But so back to what I was saying.
I gotta focus. Sorry, I'm listening.
And he definitely does not sound like that. But I was saying that, you know what? We've done a lot of things that are peaceful walks and obstruction of the traffic or the neighborhoods or in front of a place of business. Like that's why people go and obstruct. They obstruct the process or the business. Right. If I got a million people standing outside in front of my business saying, hell no, we won't go. I don't know where they're going, but I'm just saying that would cause me some. That would cause me some concern,
Right.
So those are the things. But now we're in a time where I think shaking the table is where we are.
So,
and if we don't shake the table, if we don't bust the window out of your car like Jasmine Sullivan says,
do the thing.
I'm not asking you to incite any sort of riot or danger or
I'm not. I don't want to incite anything.
Laws.
I'm just thinking about like Civil War was a thing here once in this country. I'm thinking about like the civil rights movement and like what images and what things changed people's opinions. Like you said, if we affect their money, for sure. Like Target's really upset right now because they are making less and less money by the minute.
Mad child.
Right. I'm saying. And so these oligarchs, if we're like, okay, what can we do to affect the pocket? Right? Because they're not going to stop making decisions that they're going to make. And no one really wants to do the thing. I'm not saying do the thing, whatever. Though I'm low key kind of. How do we make a decision and say, okay, what things can we live without so that these people understand that we're not playing with them? You know what I'm saying? Like because like realistically, what can you live without?
I mean, I could live without shopping at Target. I ain't shop at Target anyway. So I can live without shopping at Target, and I have not shopped at Target. Not one time. I don't even drive by Target. I don't want nobody to think that I'm possibly going to go park my vehicle and go inside of a Target. No, I'm not doing it. And then I saw somebody posted a video. He was like, yeah, I went to Target. I saw some black people in there. He's like, I looked at them and I was like, what you doing in here? And he was like, they said, what you doing in here? He said, I'm stealing. And I was like, I mean, yeah. It is what it is.
Very that.
So, we're not messing with Target. And clearly I think now we're not messing with Family Dollar.
You shop at Family Dollar?
Sometimes, like, I think, is that the orange one?
Orange and red, yeah.
I feel like I have gone I've been to Family Dollar like to get some like they have detergent that's inexpensive, stuff like that. Like, so I have gone there, but they're always in the hood.
Right. I hate the way it smells. They always find the scariest, darkest, most remote parking lot.
Here Wesley goes. He said he loves Target.
And white women.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? Like let's just start saying crazy stuff. I thought we would just. I love Target.
Just putting it all out there.
Yeah, let's just say crazy stuff.
Because what?
Because why?
Right. Okay. So he said he just being him. Boy, you ain't going no damn Target. Okay. So back to what we were saying in regards to Family Dollar. So yes, I would go there sometimes, not like often, but the Family Dollar was always in the hood.
Yeah.
And then they never give back anything to the people in the hood.
No.
Where they service or have you purchase items from them. So we ain't doing that
either. If you see Family Dollar, because they Dollar Tree bought Family Dollar, and so now they are
interesting.
Combined.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so now they're combined. So like here in Houston, they're turning old like CVS's and like Walgreens into Family Dollars and like the Family Dollar combos.
Tyler got a couple $1 billion. When you share your billions of dollars with us, you could be yourself.
Yeah, period. And so yeah, so but they're still always in like food deserts, right? There's no grocery store within 5 or 10 miles. There are, which is weird for Texas because there's always a grocery store. But like they put themselves in these really isolated, these scary parking lots, the most raggedy parking lots you're ever going through. Gonna mess your shocks up. I hate the way it smells in there. It smells weird. Because I have this theory.
All the things combined. Just make it smell strange. I never really paid attention, I guess.
I have a theory about the smells of places, right? Like, so Walmart has a smell. Target has a smell. The Family Dollar has a smell. This smell is being pumped into the vents and pumped out into the store to reduce your impulse control. So when you go in, you're like, dang, why did I go in here? I came in to get one thing and I left with 100 things. It's not because the store is so amazing. It's because you're being drugged as you walk in to reduce your impulse control. And the ones at like Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, Walmart are super cheap. And so they make you the side effect is make you more aggressive. That's why you always see in fights in those places.
At Family Dollar and people shooting people.
Right. And Walmart and stuff, because that is a cheaper one and it makes you aggressive. The one in Target, not so cheap. And so you can kind of be like, oh, I feel good about myself. That's just my, conspiracy theory for the day.
Okay, it could very well be that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who Living Single is, but we're famous for what?
For what?
Being hot, or I don't know.
Or
Living
the
Simple.
Family Dollar not having grocery stores, because they don't be no grocery store. I don't know what damn doggone grocery stores are in Las Vegas no more. I don't know.
I mean, there's a grocery store down the street from my home.
Well, you live in a. That's not the same
I didn't
thing.
ask you all of that. I didn't ask you all of that extra information.
That's not the same thing, young lady. Hey, we're not talking about that.
Yes, scents are used to control impulse. And I think that a lot of, I got scents in here. Can calm you down when you come up in here. Get this content delivered properly.
Come on, content.
So, I don't know. Long story short, we still boycotting, still Juneteenth today, and Trump's birthday party was and
that's what he get, because he has decided he wants to shut down the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline for LGBTQ plus youth. So they'll no longer have that beginning July 17th. Hello?
That's crazy. Why?
That's insane.
Why?
DEI.
Like why is it like, why is that important to you? We have real things going on. Like, we got fake rockets blowing up in different areas. The other day we're outside minding our own business, and it looks like a rocket, is coming by. My husband runs in the house and gets the telescope, try to see what's going on. I guess it must have blew up in Arizona that day. What happened in your neck of the woods yesterday?
So Elon Musk, my man, he is trying to get to Mars. Everybody know he's trying to get to Mars through his SpaceX. He had a launch yesterday around 11 p.m. Wednesday night. 36-foot rocket just blew up, turned into a fireball. It didn't even get off the ground. Right. When I was a kid, they had the Challenger and all that, those like tragic things. His stuff just be blowing up. It blew up in February. It blew up in January. It blew up in May. It just be blowing up, and he's like, oh, well, that's just a part of it. $4 billion rocket just blow up.
Like, what are they testing? That's what is your rocket testing exactly? Can we find that out? Because I don't understand.
He is.
It's no clear.
Success is uncertain, but entertainment is guaranteed.
It's nothing clear saying what it is that they're testing. Like, what exactly are you testing, sir? Can we know so that when it flies by over our homes,
he wants to see if this rocket can carry humans to the moon and Mars. That's what he's
clearly
trying to do.
it's not making it.
And he's trying to help. It's not. He's trying to help. It's called the Starship program, and he's trying to help NASA. This is one of his one of the things that I'm sure is being what's the word, supplemented by the government. One of his programs that he's getting money from the government for his space programs. Because you remember his boyfriend was like, "I'm gonna take that money from you. How about I cut your checks off?" Remember when they was arguing on the internet a couple weeks ago, last week?
Child, they was going back and forth, back and forth. Okay, and they gonna get back together
right in the middle of Pride Month.
They gonna get back together, and it's gonna be okay. They gonna be back to destroying the world.
Back to destroying the world together. I love you. Never leave me again.
Oh my God! And back to doing ketamine and the powder. Together. Okay, child, what kind of world we living in? Oh my goodness. Let's just change the whole dynamics of things. So like when you get mad at your shorties, right, do you tell them like go to your room? Like what, like what's that process like? Are you there? I think you're muted or something. I can't hear you. Okay. I can't hear you, so I'm about to go through this story. So this is the word on the street. A sheriff's office employee and a wife were arrested for locking their adopted teen in a bedroom for listen, I'm gonna let y'all guess. How long do you think the teen, don't Google it, how long do you think the teen was locked in the room for? Okay, are we giving 1 day, 2 weeks, 3 days? Like, drop your answer in the comment section. I'll read this first. Christy J say, it kills me. Ask any homeless person and ask them if trips to the moon is more important than ending world hunger or homelessness. See what they say. Living Simple says they were locked in there for 3 days. Okay, that's a good answer. Let me get back to this, sir. A sheriff's office employee and a wife arrested for locking their adopted teen in a bedroom for how long do you think it was? You're muted. Just click unmute. It says you're muted on your side. I can't unmute you. Wesley says a week. Okay, that's a good answer. Daryl says 5 days. Sir, your actual mute button from the system is on. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this and tell y'all what it is. 15-year-old boy, after the arrest, told police he had spent nearly, ready for this, a decade and confined into his bedroom, where he was also forced to use the restroom in his bedroom. 2 people are under investigation and in police custody in Texas. Okay, after someone received a welfare check request for the child being neglected at the home. A couple of things that I'm concerned about this welfare check. Y'all decided to do a welfare check trying to figure out where the kid was 10 years later. Make it make sense, y'all. 10 years, and y'all say, you know what? We haven't seen that kid in 10 years. Let's send someone over to check on him. Oh, boy. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. So yeah, they're in El Paso, and the call was made June 11th after hearing that a child had told a witness about being locked up in his parents' house and was not eating according to the court documents. Did he have the internet? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Police were able to speak with both parents Sir, are you there?
I am.
All right, great. So he was supposed to able to speak with both parents, Richard Ramirez, who is 51, and Nora Ramirez, who's 52, as well as their adopted son, who is 15. So my concern again with this story is that why it takes 10 years for somebody to do a welfare check to find out where the hell the kid was. They ain't seen the kid since the kid was 5, child.
I agree. Does sound like an accomplice. But I mean, okay. People don't be checking on my kids ever. I got a 14-year-old in the room right now. Nobody called and checked on her. You ain't seen her since she was 3 years old.
Yeah, but I'll still be like, what's up with so-and-so? Or I'll be like, where the kids at? Or I'll hear the kids in the background.
So-and-so,
I know that they're alive. I'm saying I'm saying either one of the kids, sir. I'm talking about any of the kids. I'm saying I'll see them run by the screen, or I'll see, you know what I mean? Like if I didn't see the kids, and I'd be like, sir,
where your kids at?
What's really going on? What's really going on? I ain't seen the kid. And they don't tell me they with their mama because I done already called her. Okay.
Because I because
what is going on?
Because I checked her Instagram there. She is not posting.
So, happy Juneteenth.
Are you there?
Okay, yeah, this is exactly where you come to shake your stinking ass, I guess. Yeah.
Who's trolling?
Yes, we know, Sir Wesley. We know he trolling. Okay.
Oh.
What's the plans for the rest of your Juneteenth? We have the Las Vegas Juneteenth Festival that's going to happen on Saturday right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's going to be at the World Market Center. And up next, like in 5 minutes, okay, I have an interview with the Ray Millie, okay, and she's going to be performing at the Las Vegas Juneteenth Festival. What you got going on, sir?
I'm going to give me some strawberry soda and some red velvet cake.
Is that Juneteenth-ish?
It is. You got to eat red foods for the blood.
But isn't that like a ritual?
I love rituals. They're my favorite. Especially rituals that involve
hoodoo. Your hoodooism.
Hello.
All right. So tell the people where they can find you on all social media platforms. You're muted again. Well, you can find him at the Sir Armstrong on all social media platforms. You can find me at Carrice at ECARICE on every single platform. And guess what? I guess we'll see you next Tuesday. Or no, not Tuesday. Next Thursday, 3 p.m. right here on Hot 7025 FM.com. Bye, y'all.